class 10 CBSE. The same topic, life. In our previous class, we are studying about the human heart, our pumping organ that we call the heart, and what is the structure of heart. Today, we are going to revise that portion as well as we have to study about the circulation of the blood throughout the body. Okay, I am going to draw a ray diagram to explain all these phenomena. Let us consider this is your heart. As you know that our heart is 4-chambered structure. The composition of heart is of the 4 chambers, and we name it accordingly the side. This is called left atrium or auricle. This is called right auricle or atrium. This is called left ventricle, and this is called right ventricle. These are the 4 names of our heart. Okay, some openings are also present here. Opening, must remember the diagram of your heart. One opening is from here. 2 openings are there actually. Okay. Then 2 openings present here also. I am using different colors to explain it. Okay. 2 openings also present here. 1 and 2. Instead of the blue color, I am using the green color. 2 openings also present here. Okay. Then what happens in our heart? Our heart, here one valve is present, and here also one valve is present. And what that valve is called, I'm writing it again. This is the left ventricle and this is the right ventricle. One valve is present here. This valve is called V1 and this valve is called V2. Okay. Valves are present here also, like this. Okay. Now what happens in human heart? The oxygenated blood comes here in the left atrium or auricle. Then this blood passes from this valve to left ventricle. Then the ventricle, when this blood comes here, this portion gets relaxed. So the volume is increased and blood comes in this chamber. Okay. Then what happens? This blood comes in this chamber, this valve gets closed. And when this chamber contracts, this blood rises up to our longest artery, important main artery, and that we call aorta. What is this? Aorta. So simultaneously, same process is going on the right side also. This has a deoxygenated blood. When comes in right atrium or auricle, it gets expanded. It relaxes. When it expands, all the deoxygenated blood comes here. Then this deoxygenated blood comes here through the valve V2. Again, this is the one side opening valve. Then what happens? One side opening valve. Then what happens? That this part, this right ventricle gets contracted, and all this impure or deoxygenated blood rises up. Where this deoxygenated blood goes? This deoxygenated blood actually here 2 parts is there. 1 and 2. We have the lung. According to the size, we are naming it left lung, and this is the right lung. Okay, so what happens? This deoxygenated blood rises up and moves towards the left lung and right lung. As we know that our lung contains oxygen. The alveoli of the lung is full of oxygen. That oxygen is taken by our blood. Deoxygenated blood actually releases carbon dioxide there or diffuses carbon dioxide there, and it absorbs oxygen from it. And the blood now gets oxygenated. When the blood reaches here in the lungs, it is deoxygenated blood. But afterwards, this blood becomes oxygenated. And this oxygenated blood comes here. This oxygenated blood comes here from the right lung and from the left lung in the chamber that we call the right aorta. Okay, then what happens? This is aorta. Aorta transfers this blood throughout the body. Okay, throughout the body, all the lower part of the body, all the upper part of the body, this is the stomach, all the organs are here only, na? The stomach, okay, kidney, our legs up to the toe, all the organs are there. All this oxygenated blood is transferred by this aorta. Okay, means all the organs are here. These are the organs. So this blood is transferred to various organs. I'll try it again. This blood is transferred to various organs of all the organs. All the organs throughout the body, on upper side, on the lower side. Aorta transfers all the oxygenated blood in this organ or organ. Okay. Then the organ oxidize or respire. When food, the nutrients combine with oxygen, they form energy, and they also form carbon dioxide. Just remind the equation for the aerobic respiration: C6H12O6 combines with O2 to form CO2. When the CO2 is formed, this is deoxygenated blood. This deoxygenated blood collected from all the organs, from upper side as well as the lower side, and reaches to the right organ. So this is the complete circulation in our body. Now what happens? Our heart is 4-chamber structure. 4 chambers. Upper 2 is called atrium and lower 2 is called the ventricle. Okay. According to the side, we call it the left atrium. This is the right. This is the left ventricle. This is the right ventricle. All of together, what happens? Our heart gets relaxes. When it relaxes, the blood fill in upper chambers of our heart. At the same time, this arteries bring the blood here. At the same time, veins bring the blood here, and our upper chamber get relaxes, and all the blood fill in the chamber. Then they create a pressure on both the walls. In their side, the oxygenated blood comes here. The deoxygenated blood comes here. Then this part gets contract. The ventricle gets contract. When ventricle gets contract, this blood rises up. The deoxygenated blood moves to aorta, and deoxygenated blood moves to the right lung and the left lung. Okay. Then the right lung and left lung convert the deoxygenated blood into oxygenated, and that oxygenated blood comes here. This aorta transfers all the blood to different organs of the body. Organ oxidize to produce carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide or deoxygenated blood again comes to the right organ. So this is the complete circulation in human. Now what about the name of this circulation? All these are called arteries. These are the arteries, and these are called the veins. Okay, these are the pipes. They form the pipe network in the body. They are pipeline. They are tubular in the structure. So arteries and veins. When arteries and veins come to closer, they are converted into thin tubes, and the thin tubes are called capillaries. Thin tubes like this, very much thin. And at time they are joined with each other like this. And this thinner part is called, the capillary. Okay, so blood flow with the help of blood vessels. Blood vessels help to circulate the blood in the body or to transport the blood in the body. And blood vessels are of 3 types: arteries, or artery. Plural is the arteries. Second, vein. And third is capillary. Generally, arteries carries oxygenated blood. Veins carry deoxygenated blood. And capillary is of both the types. If it is the capillary of arteries, then they are called arterioles. Okay? And if it is the capillary of veins, then it is called venules. Okay. I am using the word generally. Arteries carry oxygenated blood, but one artery is here which always carry deoxygenated blood. This is called pulmonary artery. One vein is also there which always carry the pure blood or oxygenated blood. This is carried. This is called, this both are here. This both are called, okay. Here both are called pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. Okay. Now just clear. All the artery and the vein are the blood vessels. All the arteries carry oxygenated blood except one artery, that is called the pulmonary artery. All the veins carry deoxygenated blood except one vein, that is called the pulmonary vein. Now look at this. What happens? The heart pumps the blood to one. The right ventricle pumps the blood towards the lung. Then the blood comes back to the heart. And then heart pumps the blood to the body parts and body parts return the blood to the heart. It means the two circulations here. One circulation from heart to lungs and one circulation from heart to all the other parts of the body. Okay, so in our body, the double circulation is present. In the respiration section, I told you the pattern of respiration present in human is called the pulmonary respiration. Now it is clear why it is called the pulmonary respiration, because the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is taken in our body with the help of pulmonary artery and the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood from heart to lung, and pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood from lung to heart. So our respiration pattern is called the pulmonary respiration. Okay, the double circulation is clear here. Double circulation, one from heart to lung and lung to heart, and second is heart to other part of the body and other part of the body to the heart. So in our body, double circulation. This is all about the circulation of blood with the help of a pumping organ that we call the heart. Now some important terms related to this pumping. So let's discuss about the blood vessels. It is a separate topic for next class. Today we are going to study about some important terms related here only, related to the heart, related to the circulation or transportation of the blood. Okay. The first topic we have to study, the first definition, that is important definition is there, that we call double circulation. Double circulation. Before writing the definition of double circulation, I want to tell you that we are the mammals. We are the chordates. Okay, we are chordates means, and according to the classification that we are studied in the class 9, the chordates are divided into 5 parts. First is called the pisces, that is fishes. Second are the amphibians. Then third is the reptiles. Fourth are apes, and fifth are mammals. So we are mammals. Okay, I am writing simply here. For example, pisces is the fish, amphibians are the frogs, reptiles are the snakes, apes are the birds, and mammals are humans. Now, what about the nature of heart in all these 5 vertebrates? Okay, fishes have 2-chambered heart. Frogs and snakes have 3-chambered heart. Left exceptions here, and birds and humans are 4-chambered heart. When a number of chambers are more, if 4 chambers are there, it is completely prohibited that oxygenated and deoxygenated blood never mix with each other. In birds and humans, the oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood never meet to each other. Why? Because we are unable to regulate our body temperature. So we need more energy. All the time we want to regulate our body temperature also. So we have to need more energy. And for more energy, it is necessary that impure and pure blood, that is oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, do not combine with each other. That's why we have the 4-chamber heart. In frog, 2 auricles are there, 2 atriums are there, but only 1 ventricle is there. In frog and the snake, it means some amount of blood is mixed in any span of the circulation. Okay, but in frog and the amphibians and the reptiles, the double circulation is present. Double circulation is present in bird also, in human also double circulation is present. In frog and snakes also the double circulation is present, because the respiratory organ in amphibians and reptiles is lungs only. So once blood comes in the heart, then it goes to the lungs. From lungs it comes to the heart. So double circulation is present. But what happens in fish? Fishes have only 2 chambers. They do not need the lung-like organ. They have the gills. So what happens? They have only 1 auricle and only 1 atrium and 1 ventricle. Okay. So impure blood or deoxygenated blood comes in ventricles. Then they directly transfer that blood to the gills. Gills contain the oxygen. The blood is mixed with that oxygen and it is circulated in the body. Then the oxygen blood comes in the heart and this process is going on. So fishes do not need much more energy, first thing. Second, they do not need any separate circulation pattern. So what is the circulation pattern in fish? In fishes, it is a single circulation. We are talking about us as humans. So we have the 4-chamber heart. We are unable to maintain our body temperature. So we have the 4-chamber heart because we need more energy. And the circulation pattern is called the double circulation. What is double circulation? A circulatory system in which blood travels twice through the heart in one complete cycle. So what is the double circulation? A circulatory system in which blood travels twice through heart in one complete cycle is called double circulation. Okay, very much clearly. The name of this double circulation is called double circulation. The first circulation, in double circulation, the first circulation is called systemic circulation. Systemic circulation is a circulation between the organ and the heart. The circulation between the heart to rest of the body organ and from rest of the body part to the heart. Okay, the circulation between heart to rest of the body part and from body parts or organs to heart is called systemic circulation. And second part of the double circulation is called pulmonary circulation. pulmonary circulation. Why it is called the pulmonary circulation? Because it is performed with the help of the pulmonary artery and the vein. So it is called the pulmonary circulation. And what is pulmonary circulation? Circulation between heart to lung. Heart to lung. Heart transfer the blood to lung, and lungs transfer the blood to heart. Heart to lung and back, and lung to heart. Lung to heart. Lung to heart. This is called the pulmonary circulation. So what type of the circulation present in human body? It is called double circulation, which is of two types: systemic circulation and the pulmonary circulation. Now, few more terms related with the circulation. So, very much common terms, you know very well. We have to only define it because objective questions are there. And according to the today's new guideline of CBSE, the number of objective questions may increase in this year. You may get more objective questions as compared to the previous one. So some questions related with the objective pattern. First is the heartbeat. Heartbeat. Okay. You are able to measure your heartbeat. Okay. Take your 3 fingers. Put here in your left hand, rest of the left hand. You are able to feel the beat of your heart. That is called the heartbeat. But one complete contraction and relaxation of heart. What is heartbeat? One complete contraction and relaxation of our heart is called heartbeat. And what is the heartbeat? It is nearly 70 to 72 beats per minute. 70 to 72 beats per minute. One more thing related with it, that is called the pulse rate. Nowadays it is very much common. Oxygen level, pulse rate, etc. etc. We have one device called the oximeter to measure our pulse and the oxygen level. So what is the pulse? Pulse is actually number of heartbeats per minute. Number of heartbeats per minute. Number of heartbeat per minute. Simply that is the pulse. But how we define it? The expansion of an artery each time the blood is forced into it. What is pulse? The expansion of artery each time when blood is forced in it is called pulse, or the number of heartbeats per minute is called pulse. And it is also 70 to 72 beats per minute. Okay, that is the same ratio. One more topic is there related to this is the blood pressure. Blood pressure. And what is the blood pressure? Blood pressure, the pressure at which blood is pumped around the body by the heart. The pressure at which blood is pumped around the body by the heart is called blood pressure. Now there are two types of blood pressure is there. One is called hypertension. And commonly we call it high blood pressure. Okay, or hypotension. We call it low blood pressure. What is high and low here? Actually, this is the limit, the normal or standard limit of the pressure of the blood in our body. the device which is used to measure the blood pressure in our body is the sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer. What is the? It is a device to measure blood pressure. Okay. In any doctor's prescription, when doctors use this device to measure the blood pressure, they always write that blood pressure in a rational form, in proportional, the normal range of blood pressure is 120 upon 80. Okay, the 120 upon 80. The upper part, this is 120. This is called systolic pressure. Systolic pressure. And the lower measurement is called diastolic pressure. Diastolic pressure. Okay, it means we are taking the ratio of systolic and diastolic pressure. What is systolic pressure? The maximum pressure. It is the maximum pressure at which the blood leaves the heart through main artery. Okay, it is the maximum pressure. What is this? It is the maximum pressure. This upper limit. This is the maximum pressure at which, okay, we are calculating the pressure of the blood at which the blood leaves leaves the heart. The blood is removed out from that, leaves the heart through who all are collecting this blood? Through the artery, the main artery. Through the main artery. And what is our main artery? Our main artery is called aorta. Through the main artery called aorta. Our main artery, the blood is pumped or leaves from the heart to the aorta. Okay, through the main artery, that is aorta. When this blood is pumped? During contraction. Okay, must remember our heart structure, our ventricle contract, and when the ventricle contract, the blood is moved, especially moved in the aorta. It is moved in the aorta, and aorta distributes that blood. So that pressure which is generated by our left ventricle to leave the blood in aorta is called the systolic pressure. And what is diastolic pressure? Diastolic pressure is actually the pressure of relaxation. The pressure of the relaxation of our heart. It is the pressure of relaxation of heart. Okay, so there are pressure. The blood pressure is considered as the high blood pressure and low blood pressure, and it is measured by the sphygmomanometer, and it is measured in the two units. That is, this is the normal 120 upon 80. The upper one is called the systolic pressure, and lower one is called the diastolic pressure. So this is all about the blood circulation. In next class, we are going to study about the blood vessels, that is artery and the vein, and one more circulation which is present in our body, and it is very important for body.